Good morning, everyone. This is James at Lock in the Value, talking to you today about the wonderful world of crypto and how the hell are we going to make our money work for us in a global pandemic? Because the winners of this pandemic have been the 1%. They've all gained about 31% in value, in net worth. Um, and some of that's down to government bailouts. Some of that's down to the power that they have. Some of it is down to the fact that they have online services that are bound to get more traction when everyone's at home, and a lot of it's to do with how they make their money work for them. Um, Now it's no secret that if you are wealthier, you are open to you have access to better bank accounts with higher interest rates. You have access to better savings accounts with higher interest rates. So we've got to start figuring out how to make our money work because the wealth gap's getting bigger and bigger and bigger and will continue to do so. We just want to minimize that gap, right? And we want to make more money and we want to be more secure. So I'm going to look at two things. Now, the people that watch my channel are crypto enthusiasts, so make no mistake, I will be talking about crypto. Before I get into that, I just want to talk about actually what we do in supplementing our income. Okay, my job is not as reliable as it ever was. My hours have reduced dramatically. So what do I do to supplement my income? Some of these things I've talked about. So I'm not going to go into a great rant. Stuff like swag books, click worker, very easy ways to add on. If you're working online, you can just do a survey here and there. It builds up without you thinking about it. Profit accumulator is a very good one, but you have got to be disciplined. If you are not a disciplined person, do not do profit accumulator because it is about taking advantage of the bonuses within betting markets. And if you can't be disciplined and you're going to gamble that, that's not the point of this system. So I only recommend it if you are disciplined. Otherwise, don't do it. Okay. Top cashback feature points. Feature points is another survey type thing. Top cashback just gets you some money back. I do recommend you use top cashback, especially if you are going to decide to switch energy suppliers. You usually get about 60 quid back straight. And same with if you're changing internet provider. So stuff like that, really useful. PublishOX, nice way to get some more crypto. And Fiverr, if you've got a particular skill set, like you're a writer, a musician, a producer, you're going to get more. You're going to be able to sell your services. Okay. There are some things I haven't talked about, so I'm going to really go over them quickly. Try My UI is a very good example. Okay. It's a user testing site. You sign up. When a test comes up, you answer a couple of questions. If you go to do the test, all you're doing is recording yourself, your voice, as you're running through a website, and basically you give feedback on the website, answering the questions that are within the software, right? Usually most tests take about 10 minutes, but you're going to get $10 for your time. Okay. Now, there are multiple user testing type websites. Across all of those methods, I probably clear an extra $150 a week. Okay, but what that does is that means that, and that all goes to my PayPal. My PayPal can then be used directly to do online shops and stuff. So all of a sudden, my weekly shopping is not coming out of my salary. Okay, well, from there, the next thing I do is move my salary based income. So again, I've spoken about Celsius before. There'll be a link in the description or a code you can use if you decide to use Celsius. But on Celsius Network, if I deposit all my money, like all my spare salary, into USDC, not Tether because I don't trust Tether, but USDC, and I put that into the Celsius network because I get 10% interest a year. Okay. So all that means is that money is making more money for me without me thinking about it. It also means I've got some spare um, some spare stable coin in case I find a buy point for a project that I'm really interested in. Okay, so it always means I've got something there. That's really annoying that the website isn't working. But if you sign up with Celsius and you put your money, and every time, and if you use the code in the description, if you move over $200 into the account each month, or whenever you move over $200, you'll get a $20 bonus. So will I, by the way. So, you know, but if you don't use someone's code, you don't get the bonus. So that's sort of the reason I'm talking about it, right? But what it means is on a monthly basis, or on every Monday, I get interest coming in from Celsius Network on the stable coins that I hold. And I am going to keep doing that for as long as I can, because as long as I've covered my direct debits, money is consistently working for me. It's going to be helpful, right? Really recommend you do that. Now, as for other things we can do, okay, you've got to check your portfolio, okay, because I've been sort of helping a few people make sure that their crypto is making money for them, right? If you're holding a coin that can be staked um, or can be delegated or can earn you interest, if it isn't doing that, you're losing money. Okay. And the thing you've got to do is have multiple exchanges that you're signed up to, multiple accounts you're signed up to, because every one of them offer different interest rates and different percentage returns on staking. So, as an example, we know Binance. Everyone knows Binance that's watched this channel. So Binance have an earn section where they have flexible savings, fixed savings, uh, staking, lock staking activities, right? All of these different things, and Launchpad. Okay, all of them can make you money and should be making you money. And if they're not, you're missing out. It's really that simple. Okay, but you shouldn't just be using Binance. There are so many of these websites. Binance obviously is the most well known. So PoolX is part of KuCoin. So PoolX have good staking percentages as well, really good. And you should be comparing. Look, their Polkadot staking is 12.28%, right? That's pretty bloody good. Okay. Now it's not as high as Binance's, but um, sometimes you're not going to necessarily be able to get into the lock staking on Binance. So then move it to KuCoin. Make sure it's always making money for you. Okay. And they have lots of these. Lots of these. Huobi Global is pretty good actually. Huobi Global has the basic stuff of USDT, which is pretty good percentages, and BTC, but BTC is not a great percent. I would recommend you use either Celsius or BlockFi on that regard. But Huobi Global also have a DeFi list, right, where you can get some really good percentages. So like the Reef one has sold out. But look, I mean, 140% over a 7 day. So that's the annualized yield, right? But Jesus, is that a good return? You know, NHBTC, I'm not even familiar with that. I'll be frank with you, but 85% is good return. Nest, HT. So there's, but you know, they had a Polkadot one where it was 50%, 50%, and that ended. So comparing all of these is absolutely vital, absolutely vital. And looking at what you've got, right? So as an example, 'cause some of them you won't necessarily find, but there's all of them can be utilized in some way. Elrond is a very good example, right? You can't find it anywhere, or it's only in an activities thing on Binance for 14 days. But that's BS, because if you create an Elrond wallet and you go on the waiting list, even on the waiting list, you get 7% annualized a year. And if you get onto the actual delegation list, you're getting 20% interest, which is crazy. Okay, so even my Elrond, I make at least two Elrond a month from just being on the waiting list. So that's 128 passively on the waiting list, $128, right? With Polkadot, I have all of mine staked, right? But it means on a monthly basis, I earn about 10 additional Polkadot every month. So again, it's about $170, right? So even there, between those two things, that's $300 passive gains. Okay, and when the crypto market hits, and Polkadot hits $200 a piece, or we see Elrond hitting 500 to 1,000, I really do believe Elrond has a shot of 1,000 a piece. But these percentage gains are going to be vital and you're going to miss out hugely if you don't take advantage. And comparing the exchanges is important, because if one's offering you 2% more, you better take that. You better actually create an account and make sure you take that 2% more, because realize this, if you're getting 2% more throughout the year and your coin does a 10x, your gains are so much more just from that small thing. Okay, so it is really, really, really worth making sure you are making the most of everything you hold. And like I said, there are ways to stake or earn interest on damn near everything. And if it's not a case of you being able to find it online, there's probably a cold wallet where you can where you could earn some interest. But all of it requires you doing a bit of research. But believe me, it's worth your time. Okay. Like as a very good, well, as a very easy example, Polkadot. Polkadot's like, or even Uniswap. Where's Uniswap? Uniswap was at $3 like 60 days ago or so. And it's at $19 just about, right? So it's about 6 times the value. But on Celsius, I think you earn 4%, roughly 3.61, 4.21. One of those two numbers are in my head for some reason. But you earn that in interest across a year, right? Uniswap, I believe you're now earning percentage returns on the Uniswap app. That's something I haven't looked into yet, but I will be doing. But all of these things should be working for you, okay? Because this is the year that's going to make people financially independent from a system that's screwing us. So if you're going to do it, you've got to start making sure everything across the board is making you an income. If it isn't, you're letting yourself down here. You know, Zilliqa, like everyone was properly hyped about Zilliqa, but Zilliqa staking is on KuCoin and it's 11.91%. Okay. Tron 7.91. I still think Tron will probably do quite well. I'm not a big fan, but I think it will do well. Everything has to be making you money. Everything has to be making you money. And if you've got any questions, like because like I say, I've laid out a few of these on my website, lockingthevalue.com. And the extra income stuff is what I was talking about. And there's a bunch of ideas there for you to actually have a look, check out, see what you think. Okay. And as for cryptocurrencies, like I said, you know, I'm expanding this section very quickly, or it's very soon. That everything's got to start making you money. Everything. And if one of these projects you're going to use, Celsius, BlockFi, whatever, if you're going to use them, use someone, or crypto.com. I completely forgot about crypto.com. Crypto.com has a brilliant staking percentage as well. If you're going to use any of these, any of them, use a referral code. Don't lose out the opportunity to gain $50 here, $20 here. Yeah, that can all be reinvested and make you more. Yeah. If you sign up to Celsius with someone's code, you get $20. Guess what? That's 1.25, just about, a little less, 1.2 Polkadot, right? Or 1.1 Uniswap, okay, or a bit less again. All of these things can make you more money, and it's about really using your common sense here and making sure everything is going to work for you. If you have questions, write them in the comments section. I will answer them as quickly as I can. I am sick of not having of seeing this wealth gap continue. I'm sick of seeing these richer people get richer through, frankly, just benefiting from a system that is designed for them to succeed and everyone else to fail. Let's do better, all of us. That's it from me anyway, guys. Start thinking about how you're going to make extra income. Start thinking about how you're going to save. Start thinking about improving your circumstances so you don't have to depend on anyone else next year. Anyway, that's it from me. Take care. Stay safe.